Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, guys. Welcome to our environment. Welcome to our podcast. Today, we just received a special and an amazing person. His name is Zachary. Today, we're going to talk with him. We are trying to understand who he is, what he likes, and his hobbies. And we're gonna talk a little more about his business that is running right now. Welcome, sir, to our podcast. How you doing?
Many thanks for having me. I'm doing marvelous. Hello, everybody. As I said, I am Zach, and I'm pretty grateful for being on this podcast.
Welcome, sir. So, who are you? Who are you? Where do you come from? Who are you?
Well, I am Zacarias Nyanombe. I am from Mozambique, naturally, originally. And who am I? Well, I think I'm just an ordinary person, although I have got this wide vision on me. I'm currently a university student doing my third year of English language teaching, and I'm currently running a business, the way to fluency. That's my English teaching business, and that's basically who I am. I am a guy who loves languages, and ever since I found out I love languages, never have I stopped pursuing my passion. And I also would like to pass this on to everybody, whoever they are, whether they're learning language for fun, for a specific purpose, or anything.
All right, that's cool. We heard that there's a school that you own and it's your business that you're running recently. So the people want to know why the way to fluency? Why that name? What inspired you to choose that name? Yes.
Well, as a language lover, I've always had this thought on me. Speaking a language naturally and fluently is the greatest thing a language lover could ever feel. Not only a language lover, anybody trying to learn a new language will always try to reach this level of naturally speaking the language and being able to communicate effectively. So once I found that out, I pursued as much as I could that purpose, and I have come to a level where that has been effective. And I came up with this idea of building a school where I could promote the idea of fluency, right? Because once you learn a language, what is your main goal? Your main goal is to become fluent in that particular language. And from that, I came up with the ways to fluency. Although that was not the initial name, the initial name was English for Everyone, but for some reason I had to change it, and I came up with with the latest name, which is The Way to Fluency, which is a name labeled out of another project that I have, but that's not to do with English teaching. It's to do with motivational self growth, basically. So it's another project that I have, which is called The Path to Success. So out of The Path to Success, I got The Way to Fluency, which is also a project of mine.
Wow, that's very amazing. That's impressive. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay,
Okay,
let's keep on.
that
Yeah.
essence.
So, what are your goals? Your mission? What you want to offer to the people? Why people should attend your school?
Well, my biggest goal with this project, with this English teaching business, is to spread the English language all over the world, not only locally, basically, I mean, here in Mozambique, but also abroad, because as a language lover, I really feel that I should pass this on to other people. I am already able to communicate in this beautiful language, but what if I could help other people get to the same level? So, my biggest goal is to share my knowledge, my linguistic knowledge with the world, and also have the way to fluency to get to be the biggest school in the country. To be honest, our main aim is to become the premier place where people can come to learn English. Not only English, eventually um, we'll be bringing different languages into the curriculum of the school. But as of now, it's all about English and pretty much that.
Wow, that's hella cool.
Don't
But
say hello on the podcast.
I'm sorry, people. Excuse my language. That's cool. Should I say cool?
Well, yeah, cool. Cool sounds cool.
All right, cool.
Yeah, cool sounds cool.
Okay, why people should learn English in Mozambique?
Well, that's a pretty interesting question. And well, I think it is clear from evidence that not only in Mozambique people should people learn English. English is a lingua franca, right? And it is important. It is widely important for someone to learn this language. Now, when it comes to Mozambique, I think the reason why people should learn it is that we are surrounded by a lot of English speaking countries, and we happen to be the only ones who haven't yet come to the purest understanding that English should also be spoken by us. I think there is no point in being surrounded by so many English-speaking countries and us still relying on solely our native language, our official language, which is Portuguese. Of course, that's not supposed to be the major reason. We also have the fact that wherever you go, you're supposed to have a good grasp of English so that you can get by in life. So that is the thing, and that's why I think people should learn English.
That's great. That's really great. So, do you think that English is a skill that everybody should have, and it's a life-changing skill that you can possess in this fast-paced world? Do you believe that?
Absolutely, absolutely. Because if you see, whenever you go onto the internet and you browse anything, you may not even find the content or the right content in a given language. But if you do the research in English, you're most likely to find pretty much everything that you're looking for. So English should be a basic skill for somebody to have in their lives. With that said, I would encourage our schools to implement this subject not from secondary school, but in the early stages of the life of a student, of a primary school student. Basically, from day one, students should be learning English because we seem not to give as much importance to this language as we should. And that is ironic because we just don't do it in the early stages of our lives. But once we are grown and we're trying to pursue our dream careers, we start looking for schools where we can learn English, which means English is important. It's always been implicitly or subliminally important, but we're still just not giving as much importance to it as when we're actually looking for money, right? So I think it's quite an incredible skill to have to possess.
So, what do you think? How long will a person take to learn English fluently, as your school says? As the name is obviously portrayed here, way to fluency. How long you gonna take to be fluent in English?
Well, there is absolutely no doubt that any learning any language takes some time. You can even take over a year or so, or over 2 years, right, to become fluent, really fluent in the language. However, given your determination, your dedication, the effort you put into learning that language, you may take less than a year because it's all about staying connected to the language, right? Connection is an important immersion, basically. Being immersed in the language is a key point to
So, how
consider.
long did you take to be fluent as you are? Because now you just slide. You don't even think about what you're gonna say next. You don't need to translate. You don't think. You just say it. So, how long did you take to be on that level?
Hey, the video was bound to be a minute. It's already 11.
Damn. All right. It's just cool, but it's not a big deal.
Now, actually, just practicing